Today we're travelling to the Stanserhorn, which is pictured at the centre of the screen. We're going by train from Lucerne out to the Stans railway station. The Stanserhorn is rather unique in that the first part of the ride up the mountain is on a funicular. It's one of the oldest and one of the first ever constructed in Switzerland. And then it switches to a cabrio cable car where you get to ride on top of the cable car for unobstructed views. Now, from Stans railway station to the Stanserhorn barn is about 10 minutes walk through the town. But once you arrive there, you'll find that you can very easily get on to the funicular. It's not a problem at all. You'll get pretty much unobstructed views if you're handicapped, riding in that very end carriage. And the view is quite something. Once you arrive at the cabrio car, you transfer over, and in this case David went onto the bottom floor and then climbed up the stairs. We later found, though, that there is a access to the top of the cabrio car where you don't need to climb these stairs. So now we've got on the top of the cable car, and you can see the cable car running on top of the cables. Quite a unique arrangement that allows you to have unobstructed views, no glass to look through or anything like that. And what views they are. Look, Mount Pilot, this is in cloud, mid-afternoon. But there's Lake Lucerne and the valley. We've just gone over the top of a pylon. Again, another view of Lake Lucerne. You can see a boat crossing it there. And the views are quite spectacular. I've got to say, they say the journey's half the fun getting there. And that is definitely the case for Stanserhorn. Of course, once you arrive at the top, there's more fun to be had. They're often putting on little demonstrations, and there's a little pavilion to go out on a clear day. The mountains can be seen quite clearly. But I want to draw your attention to a flower walk. Do I need to convince you further? The flowers up here are quite spectacular, and David loves flowers, so we headed up on this path and went looking for flowers. And here are some of the photos that we got on the way, just right off the path, often at eye level. Very nice. And here's a field of flowers that was right off the path, and you'll see David coming on down the path here. He is having the time of his life.
More flowers.
Here he comes.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful. What a wildflowers.
Yeah.
Of course, looking
It's
over
a long
the
way
edge.
down over there too.
It's yet another cliff.
But that's
You'll get used to this in Switzerland. And lakes, quite spectacular views as well as flowers. Best of both worlds. So we made our way back along the flower trail and
this is a wheelchair.
got back on the cabrio car and the funicular, and we had quite a fun day. Of course, David having front row seats again, being handicapped, has its advantages.
And today is the night we can go up.